Hi guys, how's everybody doing? It's me, I'm back. I did do a reading for you guys during the week on Mike Pompeo, and I recorded it. And before I was completely finished, I was going to do a Trump reading. I hit my camera or something and knocked it over, and then I couldn't splice it together. Oh, it was such a mess. I have it, and I did the reading on it, but it just kind of cuts off abruptly, so I didn't upload it. So maybe I'll do Mike again after I do Trump. I have a Trump reading ready to go here. Uh, I have been so busy, you guys. Oh, it's hard going back to school at my age, you know? Goodness. I'm not used to it, and I'm having to get up super early, and then we don't get home. We leave at 7:15. We don't get home till almost 6 o'clock. So, because we have to go through traffic and everything. So it's a lot. So on Sundays, I cook a bunch of food and put it all in the fridge so we can come home and just warm up food because I am definitely not cooking. You know, I used to work full time and take care of my children. I'd come home and cook and clean and give them a bath and everything. And now I'm like, I don't know how I did that. You know, you do what you have to do, right? And now that I don't have any kids, I'm like, I come home and I'm just like dragging. I'm like, oh, thank God I don't have children to take care of. I don't know what I would do. Anyway, so I'll tell y'all a little more about what's been going on with me at the on the backside. Okay, all right. The first thing I want to say is I was meditating on Trump, and it's so funny. When I was meditating on him, the first thing that came to me, and this is for today. This is funny. I've never ever seen her, but Melania. I see Melania getting her hair done, and she's never ever came in my vision at all. Never. I've never seen her, but I see her getting her hair done, but it's like just a blowout. It's not getting a haircut or anything. I feel like it's a blowout. Like she has somebody blow dry her hair. I mean, probably she does, right? See what happens when you don't blow dry your hair? It's Sunday, y'all. I hadn't done nothing to my hair. I've been having to fix my hair every day. Anyway, that's what I see. Nothing special. I don't know why she popped up in my vision. I was just trying to connect with Trump. Maybe he's watching her to get her hair done. I don't know. But I just see her getting her hair done. Then I see Trump is really suspicious of everybody now. You know, it's like he's worried about, I see people like leaning up against the wall and listening, you know, and he's really concerned about that. You know, he's really concerned about being overheard when he's talking now. And it's kind of like he's getting paranoid about it. Before he's even, you know, able to speak, he's like, shut the door, who's listening behind the door, who's on the side of the wall. You know, he's getting really paranoid. He really is. So he still doesn't believe that this whistleblower thing, he doesn't believe it's going to take him down. He really doesn't. Because I'm asking my guides, you know, all about it, and they show me he's they're showing me a jackass. They're saying that he thinks the whistleblower's a jackass. He just thinks it's a bunch of nonsense, and he thinks he's a jackass. Um, and so I ask if is he gonna be impeached this month? Will they successfully impeach him? And then I see he's wounded. They're showing me he's wounded. They're showing me Trump with a patch over his eye, but I feel like that's just a symbol. His Unless he gets poked in the eye, then y'all will know. But I think that's just a symbol. He's wounded. I don't know if that's going to take him down, but he is wounded, and I feel like he's wounded really badly, and hopefully that will make him unelectable because he's so wounded. He's severely wounded. So if you're missing an eye, you get severely wounded. So he's severely wounded. So I don't know if the Senate will impeach him, but he's severely wounded by this. When I had did the reading on that whistleblower, and I saw the boat going down in my vision, I just saw a boat going down, but I guess that must have meant that he's going to go down in the boat, you know, it's going underwater. I don't know. Sometimes the visions are hard to decipher, you know. You get these visions and they're kind of hard to decipher. Okay, so let me go to the cards. I already shuffled and have them laid out. Let me take a look at them. The bottom of the deck that I just dealt from is the first card. It's the flavor of the reading, and this is the stand your ground card. So don't you know that's what Trump's going to do? He is going to stand his ground no matter what. He's never going to back up, no matter what. He won't. He won't. And do you see all those crazy things? Like he's saying there's going to be fighting in the street. There's going to be, a civil war over Trump. Come on, people, over Trump. Please. He would like that. He would. That is what a horrible person he is, that he would try to incite a civil war. So we shouldn't even focus on that or think about it because we don't want to give that any energy at all. That's never going to happen. Never going to happen. All of us, no matter what our politics are, we all love each other and we're not going to hurt each other or have a civil war for that doofus, right? Look at this card. This is the first card. So when I read Trump, this is reading his energy. This is for him. Like if he was sitting in front of me, I would say, oh, well, looky here. So this is what comes up. I'm not just reading what's going on in the news. I'm reading his energy. So here, there's this first card. This is the Nine of Cups. He is not feeling bad, y'all. He's feeling like the shit. He really is. He is so full of himself. He thinks he's the best president ever. He really does. This is his energy. This is what he thinks and what he feels. Even if he's paranoid and worried about someone listening to him, that doesn't take away from what he thinks of himself. He thinks he's the greatest. He really, really does. This is all about emotion. And this is about feeling proud and successful. And he thinks he's a wonderful, great president. He really does. He is so delusional. He thinks he's all that and a bag of chips. He really does. And that's what this is showing. He thinks he's the best. He's feeling it. He's really feeling it. Now, crossing over that card is also this the nostalgia card. So this is the Six of Cups. The only people that he truly feels safe with is his own family. That's the only people that he trusts anymore at all. And that's the only people that really like him, to be honest with you. All these people that are kissing his butts, they don't really like him. And I think he pretty much knows that. He knows that they're just yes man. And he's okay with that. As long as you're being a yes man, he's okay with it. He doesn't care if you like him or not. Because the only people that he likes is his own family. And that's the only people, he's concerned with. And that's the only people that he trusts is his family. So as long as him and his family are okay, everything's fine with him. Everything's fine. So that's how he's feeling. He's feeling like everything's okay. Me and my family are fine. Nothing's wrong. Everything's good. Those crazy Democrats are just trying to tear us up for nothing. And I'm doing such a fantastic job, Overlooking his situation is the Two of Swords. He's got a rude awakening coming, y'all. He really does. Soon he's going to see his, true situation. He's going to wake up. He's going to see it for what it truly, truly is. And he's going to have to make a difficult decision. He's going to make a really difficult decision. And, I'm not getting this intuitively. I'm just hoping for this in my ego mind, but I hope this decision is a decision to leave office. This is a very difficult decision that he's going to come to after a rude awakening. So I hope that's what it is. I hope it's a decision that he needs to walk away before he gets impeached or before he gets indicted. So it's a big decision he'll have to make, and I hope that's what it is. Foundation of his situation. This is the King of Wands. This is a man very close to Trump. He's somebody that has really supported Trump, but I think he's really pissed now. He's really, really pissed, and he's coming unglued. I just feel like, I don't know who this is. He may turn on Trump, though. This is a person very close to Trump that he may turn on him, or maybe he's already talking, because he's pissed. He's really pissed. He's got a bad temper. So Trump messed with the wrong person. He really did. So that's going to be part of this whole deal that's coming down on Trump. This person that's close to him, he's had enough of Trump. He's had enough of him. Here's his past position. He's got the devil. So I feel like, Trump's bad behavior is catching up with him. That's what this means. When you see the devil, it's all about bad behavior. It can be so many things, but it's not the devil as in the real, like a devil. I don't even believe in a devil anyway, but it's not like that. It's about bad behavior. It can be addictions and things like that. But his bad behavior is catching up with him, you guys. That's all that. It's so simple. So simple. And this is the last card I pulled for him. This is just a future card for the near future, the Wheel of Fortune. His fortune is changing, you guys. He has been such a lucky dude. He's been so lucky. He's gotten away with almost murder. He's gotten away with everything. It's catching up with him now. His bad behavior, like I said, is catching up with him. His luck's changing. This is not good for him. It's all catching up. So his fortune's changing, you guys. Thank God. I mean, I used to do readings on him all the time, and he was getting one good card after the other. And you guys would say, why is he getting good cards? I'm like, I don't know. But it's changing. His fortune's changing. He may think he's still the shit, but he thinks he's still the shit, but it's all changing. It's coming down on him, y'all. It is coming down. So let's see what happens. It's looking good. I shouldn't be gleefully happy that something bad's happened to somebody, but he's done a lot of negative things to our country and said a lot of bad things to people. He's hurt a lot of people, and it's embarrassing to have a president like that. In my mind, that's how I feel about it. So anyway, that's my reading on Trump, and now I'm going to talk about me. If y'all want to click off, I'm going to tell y'all about my life and what's been going on with me. Having to wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning, get up and go to school. I'm not used to it. The other morning, I woke up. I always wake up before the alarm. It never wakes me up. I cannot stand to wake up to an alarm. So if I wake up, I just get up. I don't want to hear it. And my bed's right there, and my alarm clock is up there. And I could see the clock, and it looked like it said 6:38, and we have to leave by 7:15 or we'll hit the traffic. It'll be bad. And I was like, and I just jumped out of bed with a start, and I have a treadmill right there and my bed right there, and I hit the side of the bed with my hip and screamed, and I woke up my husband. We woke up with in a bad way. And that was the day we were taking the test. So we got off to a bad start, but it was only 6:08. It was just my eyes were blurry. It wasn't 6:38. It was 6:08. So anyway, that's the kind of thing that's been happening. And that's how it is in my house when you live with me. I'm always doing crazy things like that. Anyway, you guys know I told you I was going to go do a festival. Last Saturday, I did a festival at the Medina Lake Cajun Festival. So we had to be out there. It didn't start till 11 o'clock, but I hadn't been out there before, and it was a 1-hour drive to get there, and I wanted to get there early, and I'm an overachiever. So I made us leave but early, and we get there, and it's like 8 o'clock, We have 4 hours to set up, 3 hours to set up. And we get in our place, and we get set up. I sell sunglasses and jewelry and everything. I have a tent. It was an outdoor festival, and I have a tent and everything, and we were under some trees, although it was hotter than hell. I think it was like 95, but I think the heat index was like 105. It was so humid and disgusting. There was lots of people there, y'all. It was a really good little festival. A lot of people there, and I sold really good. I did good. By 2 o'clock, I started to feel kind of bad. I started to get a headache, and I was telling my husband my head is hurting, and I'd been drinking cold water. I brought lots of cold water. I brought lots of stuff, and I was just like, I'm not feeling too good. I'm feeling bad. And I got to the point where I couldn't talk to the customers, and I was just kind of hanging back, feeling like sick. And then my head was booming, booming. And one of the other vendors gave me a couple of Aleve. It took about, it was like an hour after I'd taken the Aleve. It was a little like 3 o'clock. And I mean, couldn't stand it. My head was just coming off. My head was throbbing, and my husband was like, sit down, have some water, do this. Here, catch the breeze. There's a breeze right here. He's trying to sit me in between the trees. And I'm like, I can't even sit down. I can't even be still. I feel like I told him, well, I think I'm going to go sit in the car and turn on the air conditioner. So I get in the car and I turn on the air conditioner. And when I get really sick, I don't know if y'all do this, but if I get really sick, like what's happening, I feel out of control. I start to cry. So I was like, I was starting to cry in the car, and then I started throwing up. And then I was like, and my husband had told me to go to the first aid tent, not a tent, it was indoors. He said to go to first aid, go to first aid. And I was like, no, I'm not going to first aid. I'm not going over there like one of those stupid people that get overheated. I'm not doing that. So I get in the car and I'm like, God, please help me. What should I do? Spirit guide, please help me. And they're like, go to the first aid. And I'm like, okay. And I did. That's what I did. I got out of the car. I was all shaky, and I went to first aid. And thank God they had first aid, or I would have had a heat stroke. I am completely sure I would have had a heat stroke. They put ice. They put an ice towel on your head. They kept giving me water, but I would take a couple of sips, and then I would throw it up, and then she would take my blood pressure. She took it like 3 times. I was there like 45 minutes till, my headache went away. It stopped. My head felt so much better after she cooled me down. That room was cold. They put me in the coldest room. It felt so good. I had a fan on me, had an ice pack on me, and she's talking to me, and I'm like, I cannot answer you. She kept talking to me, and I was just looking at her like, shut up. And she's like, I'm trying to assess where you are, so I need you to answer me. I'm like, okay, I will. I'll try now. I felt like she was just bothering me. I'm like, I'm trying to just relax, Anyway, it's embarrassing throwing up in front of people because there was a room full of people there. I was sitting on a bed, but there was a whole room full of people, police officers and everything that were coming and going in this room. Anyway, so after 45 minutes, they had went and told my husband, your wife's in first aid. We have her over there. And he came real quick. He ran and checked on me, and he said, I'm packing it up. And I said, okay, yeah, let's go home. So he started packing everything up, and I started feeling better. And I said, I'm going to go finish helping my husband pack up. Oh my gosh. I was cooled off. My head was feeling better and everything. He had almost everything packed up, but I had to do a few things, and the car was far away. And since we were leaving early, we couldn't drive it up to the location. So he had to carry everything to the car himself. He's such a trooper. He didn't complain or anything. But he had said before we went out there, it's too hot to be out there. He had told me that. And I was like, no, it's not. We're going to be fine. There was 20 people that were sick that day. They told me there was 20 people. But I would pack a few things up, and then I would turn around and throw up. And then I would pack up a few more things. I would take a little sip of water, and then I'd throw it up again. And of course, all the other vendors are just watching me, Look at her. She's sick. It was so embarrassing. You do not want to throw up in front of people. That's the most disgusting thing. But what could I do? I felt so bad. Honestly, I felt so bad. I didn't really give a crap. I don't want to throw up in front of people, but I felt so horrible. And the man told me, he said, you're going to feel this for 2 days. And I'm like, oh, I already feel better. I'm already feeling so much better. I'm almost over it. The next day I woke up. You ever had a hangover? Oh, I felt like, okay, when I first got sick at the festival, it was like a hangover times 1 million. If you've ever had a horrible hangover and you feel that sick, horrible feeling, that's what it felt like. It felt just like a hangover. And then you ever had a 2-day hangover? Telling on myself a little bit. I haven't had one in a long, long time, but I have had a 2-day hangover. You know how on the second day, it just kind of a little bit is still there. Your skin feels a little sore. That's how I felt for 2 days. I was like, my skin felt sore. It was bad, y'all. It was really bad. Bad, bad, bad. Anyway, But I was hydrated. I'm not a sweater. I just don't sweat. Anyway, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I ain't doing any more festivals in the heat ever again. If it's not in a convention center with air conditioning, I ain't doing it. I probably, if I would have been able to go home like at 2 o'clock, I'd have been okay. It was just too long, too many hours. Anyway, so hope you guys have had a beautiful Sunday. It is Sunday, October the 6th. My sister had a birthday yesterday. Happy birthday, Scarlett. Love you. All right, guys, I'm going to shut my mouth now. I've been going on for 20 minutes. I missed y'all so much. I will do another reading on Mike Pompeo and get that out for y'all. The one that I did is just cut off. I could put it out there, but it just gets cut off. But I have finished it, but I didn't get to say anything. It just went, I was fixing to start a Trump reading and it cut off. So I don't know. We'll see. All right. Love you so much. Do something kind for somebody. It always comes back to you. Y'all know that. Love you, love you, love you. I'm going to let y'all go now. Bye for now. Talk to you again soon.